Hey folks, Dan Frio here, your nationwide mortgage loan officer, where we're going to talk today or educate those out there that are veterans and they might have a disability of 10% or more because you have fantastic opportunities or benefits that you earned. These aren't given to you, you earned them. So I want you to understand all these benefits because there was a statistic I just recently looked up. How many VA loans are out there? You realize only 11%. 11% of you veterans out there are only using these benefits. So today I want to talk to you guys. If you have a VA loan now, we're going to talk to you how you can reduce that rate. If you can reduce the rate at least 0.5%, I'd love to help you because we can do what's called an IRRRL. If you're drowning in debt and you're out there, and this is another way you might be able to use a cash out VA loan to pay off some of those high interest rate credit cards with a VA loan that has even low rates or lower rates than most other loans out there. So without further ado, let's get over to see those who qualify. Might be a surprise to you, and I hope it is, because we want to get that 11%, those out there using it, at least to over 50 or 60%. So you need to use these benefits because you earned them. So first off, let's get over to here. What we're going to talk about today is those disabled. And if you qualify for the benefits of reduced or eliminated fees when it comes to the loan. So let's get over to that. And first off, we're going to talk to those veterans out there right through here. What is a VA funding fee? Because this could get really expensive if you're a veteran out there and you're looking for a VA loan. So I'm going to give you some tidbits on when you might look for a VA loan and sometimes when you might not look to a VA loan. So let me get my head out of this equation so we can go through all this details and you can understand it and see it on your screen. So a VA funding fee is this. Every time you take out a VA loan, what they're going to do is they're going to charge you a fee. That fee can range from about 0.5%, which is if you take your loan amount and just hit the calculator times 0.5 and then hit the percent sign, that's how much you would pay, up to 3.3%. So think, if you're getting a $200,000 loan, that's going to be $6,600 in just a VA funding fee. Well, if you're a disabled veteran, you don't have to, in many cases, you might not have to pay that fee. So this fee is a one-time fee that you pay to the VA. It doesn't go to the bank or the broker or anything else. It applies when you're purchasing or refinancing a home, and it can be financed into the loan. So even if you're financing 100% of the house's value, which you have the ability to do, this fee would be added on top of that. So you do not have to come to closing with that money. So that's that part of it. Let's get over to who is exempt from the VA funding fee. Now, this might change at times. What I did is I ran the most detailed information I came up with, and here it is. So it's veterans receiving VA compensation for services connected to disabilities. You have to have at least a 10% disability or higher to claim these. You might even be exempt from paying your state real estate taxes. So that might be something you want to look into as well. Veterans eligible for compensation, but receiving retirement or active duty pay. Surviving spouses of veterans, and this is important right through here, who died in the services or service-related connections that the death was caused by. If you're a Purple Heart recipient, or you receive the Medal of Honor. So if those are, and there might be additionals to this, and some of these might be corrected by the time you watch this. So please check and make sure you're eligible. We can also help you with that. So what you could do is you could check your certificate of eligibility through the VA system, or you can even reach out to us and we can assist you with that. And I'll give you all my information at the end of this video. So those are the ways that you can get that information. And again, if you need help, that's what we're here for. Okay, so what is the loan called, or what can you do if you're a current home owner and you have a VA loan? Well, fantastic. Here's basically the basics of this. That loan is called, we call it a Streamline, but in the business, we call it a VA IRRRL. And just IRRRL, that's it. It could be ERRL or however you want to do it, but the acronym is IRRRL. And in its simplest forms, it's this. It's a simplified refinance process for VA holders. So again, you have to have a VA loan currently. Has to be lowering your monthly payments. Usually this is a factor is you have to lower the rate by at least 0.5% or 0.5%. We can guide you through that. And if you bought probably within the last 2 years, you're probably going to be okay in this situation right through here of getting a lower rate. No appraisal. No income verification. So we don't need to go through all those headaches of you pulling your tax returns, your pay stubs, getting your employer to verify these things, setting up the appraisal. You might have needed to paint something or do something. We don't need a new appraisal. We don't need to verify your income. Now, a lot of people are going to say, okay, this is these dumb loans again, where you're doing these loans and not even verifying anything. Well, what you have to figure out in this one is the people are paying. Let's get over to this piece of it. Requirements. Well, here they are. You need to have an existing IRRRL loan or VA loan, must show a clear benefit. So you have to have a rate reduction of at least 0.5% or possibly even reducing your term. That would qualify as well. At least 6 months payment made on the current loan, and those have to be paid on time. No lates. And 0.0 funding fee applied can be waived if exempted. And these are these exemptions I was talking about. If you're not disabled, you would have to pay a funding fee for this loan of 0.5%, and there it is right through there. Or again, if you're disabled, you're exempt from paying that fee. So that's basically, this loan is no points and no fees to you from the VA on that loan. Okay, you can do a VA cash out. Now this is back, and it was tweaked a couple years ago, but now it is back. You can go up to 100% of your home's value and cash out and pay off cars, credit card loans, student loans. You might be able to get a better rate on this than you have a lot of other creditors. Not sure if I would dump all my debts into my house, but this is a great way to cut a lot of those high interest rate credit cards and personal loans that you might have out there. Even you might have a car loan that's pretty expensive. And when you add all those payments on a monthly basis, just puts you in a little bit more than you can really spend each month. So maybe a debt consolidation loan would help you there. Just throwing out some ideas. So you can, here's on the cash out refinance, here's what you could do. You can replace any other type of loan with a VA loan. All homeowners to take cash from home equity. So this is a VA cash out. You will need a full credit history. We will have to verify your income, and we will need an appraisal. And the funding fee might apply, but if you're exempt, it doesn't apply to this one as well. So that's the benefits there. Key takeaways here: fees are exempt. You can save thousands of dollars if you were exempt from these funding fees. It's fast and easy. Basically, it's just a bunch of paperwork. Think about it. We don't need an appraisal. We don't need to verify your income. It's basically a credit check, and then I'm going to send you a bunch of paperwork. We're going to help you navigate that as well. You can cash out on these, and that's about the programs that we have for you. So that is explaining to you how the VA programs work and who benefits. And if you're just confused even after this, reach out to us. We'd love to explain to you and maybe even help you find out how much you're eligible for and the process that it would take to do all this. So thank you for watching, folks. God bless. My name is Dan Frio, where hopefully I can work with you, because our slogan here is one application, one credit pool. We can shop your loan to over 30 different lenders. And I also am licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. So I'd love to assist you if I can. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Thanks for serving. And we'd love to work with you and hope to hear from you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.